because I'm about to tell you, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah.
And it's been a couple years.
I'm trying to think the last time. It's been a little while.
It's been a minute,
Yeah.
and you look ridiculously good.
Thank
What are
you.
you doing?
I have been home off a tour for a little bit now. We
Okay.
got home back in October, I think it was. And I mean, I have been doing Muay Thai, lifting weights, a lot of physical exercise.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing that still was bothering me about myself is that I carried a little too much fluff for what I wanted.
Right.
And being from Kentucky, I was a fat kid when I was growing up, it's always just kind of there. And I finally had the time to not only do all the workouts, but I'm also actually watching what I eat for once. Finally, I used to go to the gym, so I didn't blow up. Now I'm trying to go to the gym and watch the diet to dial it back in.
So because you were doing a lot of MMA training too,
Oh, yeah.
Muay Thai obviously, but
0-1 record. Woo.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, do tell.
Well, I back in I was 32 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first Muay Thai fight, and it was a smoker. One Kick Nicks here in town did the smokers over at the corner of Sunset and Vegas Boulevard, big sports venue over there.
Yeah.
And I'd been training for about 2 years, so I saw other people doing it. I was like, you know what, I can do this. No. So here I stand at 0-1 at 32. I fought a 22-year-old.
Wow.
And got in the ring, got hit harder than I've ever been hit before in my life. And it was at that point that I realized, while I'd been doing Muay Thai for 2 years, this kid had been Thai his entire life.
Yeah.
And he beat me. But I think overall, I won the long game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're taking care of yourself and looking really, really good.
Thank you.
Obviously, Five Finger Death Punch. It's been quite the journey.
Oh yeah.
I would like you to share the story of joining the band
Okay.
because I think it's such a cool story.
Very cool. Well, I don't know if I've told you this story or not. This is a new one for you, perhaps. Here we go. I was working at the Hard Rock Cafe here in town on the Strip, and Matt, the old bass player, came into the Hard Rock one day. Him and Case, our old security guy, and I knew Case. A cocktail waitress walked up and was talking to Matt, and then came back over. Now, let me back up. Matt had a big beard.
Yeah.
I had a big beard, too, about the middle of the chest at that point. So I figured I'd make a beard joke, go over and say hi. I tell her, hey, you know the guy at the bar? She's like, yeah, that's Matt from Death Punch. I said, well, tell him that he's in the big boy beard section, and the little boy beard section's over there. He didn't like that. So she came back over, and she's like, you know, I don't know how to tell you this, but he said that he's a rock star, and you're still waiting tables.
Ooh.
Oh. I had no comeback.
No.
None. He spoke truth, and I hated it.
But you had power over the drinks. But anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So then, yeah, exactly. And then 2 months later, I found out. Are we allowed to curse on this?
Absolutely.
Okay. 2 months later, I found out that Death Punch was looking for a bass player. Right then, I was like, "Fuck that motherfucker! I'm taking this job." And here I am. Yeah, we've seen each other since, and it's all water under the bridge. But I would not have tried to get into Death Punch nearly as hard had he not said that night. So,
well, he was
him being surly, let's say, I get it. I've been in the band for a long time now. I know why you were surly.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, had he not behaved in that manner that night, I would not have gone after it nearly as hard as I did. I wanted it just for the story alone, and yeah, here I am telling it to you guys.
And here you are, going on the road with Metallica.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
what
Incredible. I have now played for in front of Kiss and Metallica, two of my favorite bands growing up in the day. Man, and Metallica, total gentlemen, wonderful professionals. Just the amount of stuff in the hallways in these stadiums that we're playing. I don't know, like, how do you organize that? It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Just the magnitude and the size of the stuff that they have going on. But it was an incredible experience. We played all around the world with those guys. Yeah, it's been quite the whirlwind.
that had to just be surreal.
Yeah, it was awesome. And the thing that sucked, though, is that when we're opening up for Metallica, they've got so many trucks and whatnot that once we're off stage, we got to be out of there like maybe an hour or so after. So I never got to see an entire Metallica set because I always had to go out and watch a little bit and then get on the bus and go to the next place.
Wow.
But it was cool, you know. If I'm complaining about not being able to watch Metallica because I got to play with Metallica, I should probably shut my mouth.
Yeah, probably all right there.
Yeah.
Any cool stories on the road from that tour? Like,
Oh, man.
I mean, I was backstage at a Metallica concert a couple times, so I know about the equipment that you're talking about.
That's crazy.
But one time we were standing there waiting to do something. I think I was going to interview James. And all of a sudden I think it was James' kid came up to me and goes, yeah, I just finished this karate thing. What do you think? And he she was showing me like this stuff. And I was like, oh, it's really cool. Fucking James' kids. Like, look at this. You know, the whole family was back there at that time.
Yeah.
It's different now, obviously, right?
There's still quite a bit of family back there, though. And even cooler now. So Metallica on this tour, anyway, I don't know if they do it all the time, but they would play on Friday, have a day off on Saturday, and then we would play with them on Sunday. On that day off in between, they would set up a show in town for like either bands they liked or James's kids got a band. Yeah. Robert Trujillo's son has a band. So they would have their sons play on Saturday and then just direct all the traffic that was in town to see Metallica to go to those shows. I thought that was an incredible way to kind of bring everybody together, make it a full Metallica weekend. And I learned a bit watching those guys out there. Consummate professionals, very approachable. There was one day I was in catering, and James walked by. He was on his phone. He's like, hold on a second. Hey, Kael, how you doing? Everything good? You know, enjoying everything? Everybody treating you well? Okay, I'll be right back. And I looked at my friend. I was like, did he just get off the phone to say hi to me?
Yeah, right.
So even 14 years into being in Death Punch, still very much a fanboy when it comes to stuff like that. So this life is surreal.
The love and for what you do isn't jaded yet. You're not like, yeah, dude, I got to go on the road again.
I mean, there are times when that happens, but that's mainly dealing with just a couple of dicks, you know?
Yeah, right.
Like, here we go. I've had all this time to myself, but it's all the time on the road that allows me to have all the time to myself to work on all the stuff that I'm working on too. So
comedy,
yeah.
Do tell. I know you opened. You're big. All of a sudden, it was like Chris Kael's doing stand-up comedy. Like,
yeah.
Where did that come from?
A friend of mine named Craig Gass, who I'm actually doing a podcast with him now called Beardo and Weirdo.
Okay.
We got about 5 episodes out now. I think we got 10 in the tank and just releasing them as time goes on. But he's a stand-up comic. He is also on the Howard Stern show, does a lot of voices. He grew up in a house. He was the only person in his house that could hear. Everyone else was deaf. So when he learned to speak, he learned it from watching TV, so he's able to kind of do voices and whatnot. But he knew that I was a huge fan of stand-up comedy, still am, and had this thing called Punchlines and Backlines at Vamped was the first time that I did it. And it's basically you got 3 comics and a musician who's never done comedy, and they'll kind of feed you jokes if you want it, or you can do your own stuff. So Craig and Laura, I think was her name, gave me a couple of jokes here and there, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I got a lot of stories. I got a vibe. I think I kind of want to do this and just actually do it. So my very first time on stage doing stand-up, I think I did 20 minutes.
Holy shit, that's a lot for stand-up.
Looking at it now, I'm like, how in the hell? How full of myself was I? I could do 20 minutes, especially now. But it was a very forgiving audience. It was advanced, so it's a rock crowd.
Yeah.
I'm basically, I'm doing stand-up, but it's more just telling stories about the road, sharing this unique experience that I've got. That's always kind of been my use of the platforms. Is I was behind the bar in Las Vegas, literally behind the bar in Las Vegas when I got the text from Zoltan telling me I had the gig with Death Punch. So I'm this man off the street, plunged into this incredible world of rock and roll, and I like to kind of open it up a little bit and let people in and kind of share that experience with them. And I've got a voice. I love speaking. You know, my ex-wife said my favorite song was me, 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 me. She was right.
I did stand up for a minute.
Nice.
In fact, I opened up for Roseanne Barr at the House of Blues.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a 25-minute set.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
At the House of Blues.
Yeah.
It was like heroin.
Oh, yeah.
Just
so much fun. Yeah.
So much fun, but it takes a lot to write the jokes.
Oh, yeah.
So are you how are you just mapping out your stories, or do you just go up and swing it?
I originally, like way back before I started doing stand-up, I've always had this idea. When I was growing up, I wanted to be either a musician or a writer. I'm already a musician. Writing's next. So I was planning on writing a book about my experiences and all that stuff. So this is essentially me kind of doing like market research telling stories on stage, seeing what connects with people,
Sure.
and then kind of adapting those stories. I don't know if I'm going to end up doing a book at some point, but I have had so much fun with the stand-up. And actually, going back to talking about the Metallica experience, what I'm trying to do now is with Death Punch, let's say we roll into a town, we're playing on Saturday, but we have a day off on Friday in that same town. I want to schedule a comedy show on Friday in that town. That way people can come in, much like the Metallica stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody just make it a full Death Punch weekend. Come in, hear some stories about being in Death Punch, a little stand-up comedy as well, and then the rock show the following day. So that's kind of where I'm working towards
That's good, smart
on this
move.
thing. Yeah, and it gets me out of the hotel room. I find that I often get overwhelmed with too many people. I'm very, very social, very full frontal. So if I walk out somewhere,
Right.
you know it's me.
Yeah.
Not like, is that?
Yeah, there's
You know
no
it is.
mistake.
No.
That's Kael.
Yeah, so
That's Kael.
I tend to kind of isolate a little bit when I'm on
Yeah.
the road, and I really don't want to do that anymore. So I'm trying to just do more things that keep me active, keep me sane, keep me social. Being social is part of what keeps me sane a
Right.
lot. And so that's basically where the whole
Have you
stand-up
done
thing came.
comedy outside of Las Vegas? I mean, have you hit different clubs around the country?
Oh yeah, I've done it at Comedy Works up in Denver for Brant Tobler.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's an act.
Someplace overseas, Spain maybe. I went in for like an open mic on one of those nights that we had a night off on the Metallica tour, and I did comedy there. I've opened up for Big J Okerson here in town at Wise Guys. Josh Wolf many times over at Kimball's Comedy Club. So it's been nice. The thing that works well for me is most people when they're doing stand-up, it takes 3 years just to get used to being on stage. I've been on stage since I was 15, essentially. So I'm not afraid of that at all. I'm very vocal and very outspoken and whatnot. So it's just a matter of, at this point, I've been doing it seriously for a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. And just finding my voice. The support from all the other comedians has been great.
Yeah.
The profile that I have with Death Punch has definitely opened a bunch of doors for me there.
Sure.
So it's nice to have this massive platform that is Death Punch that opens up other creative opportunities. So I can just kind of, I am at my best when I'm being creative. And that's whether it's doing stand-up, whether it's podcasting, playing bass, singing, writing music.
Getting in the ring.
Getting in the ring.
Getting in the ring, yeah.
Just once, I'm good.